Claude Opus 4.6 has just been released, and what just happened? That's what we'll talk about today. But first, let me tell you where I am. I am still in Puerto Morelos. Right now, I'm a little street next to the beach where I come to kite surf. That's my little kite surfing spot. But I don't want to make it sound like I really know what I'm doing because I don't. I'm terrible. I still need lessons and a coach, but whatever. I'm trying, and the water's beautiful here. So, Claude Opus 4.6 has been released by Anthropic, the company behind it, and it's been quite a few days. So, what if I told you that an entire engineering team capable of building a highly complex 100,000 line C compiler from scratch costs just $20,000 and works 24/7 without a single coffee break? Well, a year ago, autonomous AI coding could barely stay focused for 30 minutes before losing its mind. Last summer, we were impressed when that bumped to 7 hours. But with the release of Entropic's Cloud Opus 4.6, we didn't just get a trend line moving up, we got a phase change. 16 AI agents working together for 2 straight weeks autonomously coded a fully functional C compiler in Rust. It builds the Linux kernel on 3 different architectures and passed 99% of a brutal torture test suite. The cost? 20 grand. The human equivalent would have taken months and cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. I know that 20 grand can sound like a lot, but believe me, to do that type of work, it is nothing. Even the researchers who built this AI didn't expect this capability until late 2026. And today we are breaking down the reality of Opus 4.6, why traditional benchmarks are officially dead, and why the relationship between headcount and output in the corporate world is fundamentally broken. And to understand how we got here, we have to talk about context windows and a metric called the needle in a haystack retrieval score. Okay? So Opus 4.6 shipped a massive 5x expansion in its context window, going from 200,000 token to 1 million token. And in developers' term, that means they can hold about 50,000 lines of code in a single session. But having a big memory doesn't matter if you can't remember what's in it. Uh, Previous models could hold a lot of their text, but their retrieval rate were poor. For instance, Sonnet 4.5, which was a great model, was at 18.5%, and Google's Gemini 3 Pro sat around 25%. That means that out of the context window, it was a bit of a luck to for the model to retrieve the information out of the context window. So it was like it had memory, but it was forgetting things, if I can make that analogy. Now, Opus 4.6 completely shattered this, hitting a 76% retrieval score at a million token and 93% at 250,000 tokens. So now it means that it can really hold memory and retrieve that memory better than any other models, better than a human. And why does this matter? Well, because it gives the AI holistic code awareness. Instead of looking at a code base one file at a time, it holds the entire 50,000 line system in its head simultaneously. It understands every import, every dependency, and every model interaction. It's reasoning across the code base. It is reasoning across the code base exactly like a senior engineer who has spent years mastering a specific system. And it isn't working alone. Opus 4.6 introduces agent teams. And this isn't just one AI churning out text. It's an emergent architecture where multiple instances of Claude work autonomously together. You have a lead agent coordinating the project while specialists handle subsystems complete with direct peer to peer messaging. It mirrors a human engineering team, just without the daily stand up meetings. So, what happened when you let this loose in a real company? Well, Rakuten, the Japanese e commerce giant, deployed Claude across a 50-person engineering organization. In a single day, Opus 4.6 autonomously closed 13 issues itself, but more impressively, it assigned 12 issues to the correct human teams members across 6 separate code repositories. It wasn't just coding, it was performing ticket triage, tracking dependencies, and handling cross team coordination, and it acted as an engineering manager. But it gets crazier when we look at cybersecurity. Because on launch day, Anthropic gave Opus 4.6 some basic tools: Python, debuggers, fuzzers, and pointed it at an open source code base. They gave it no specific instruction, and the AI independently decided to analyze the project's Git history to see where humans engineer might have rushed their commit. By the end, it found over 500 previously unknown high severity 0-day vulnerabilities, which means you have to fix them today, in a code that had already been reviewed by human security researchers. And it didn't just scan, it hunted. And this isn't a story just about replacing software engineers. This is about democratizing software. It's about democratizing software creation for everyone else. So recently, two CNBC reporters, people with zero engineering background, used Claude Code to build a fully functional project management dashboard. Calendar views, email integration, task boards, the works. It took them under an hour, and the total compute cost was between $5 and $15. They told them to build a Monday.com. We are entering the era of personal software and vibe working. You no longer need to know how to build something. You just need to know what you want. You describe the vibe or the desired outcome, and the AI figures out the formulas, the formatting, and the data connection. The new bottleneck in this economy isn't technical skills, it's the clarity of intent. And if you can articulate exactly what you need, the AI will build it for you. All of this leads to a fundamental breaking of corporate math. In a traditional SaaS company, making $300,000 per employee is considered excellent. 600,000 is elite. And now look at AI native companies. Purser hit 100 million in recurring revenue with just 20 people. That's 5 million per employee. Midjourney is doing 200 million with about 40 people, and Lovable is pushing over 13 million per employee. Their secret? The humans aren't doing the execution, they are orchestrating armies of AI agents, and the big consulting firms know this. So McKinsey is quietly targeting a 1-to-1 ratio of AI agent to human workers by the end of 2026. This brings us to a bold prediction from Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei. He estimates there is a 70% to 80% chance that we will see $1 billion solo founded company by the end of 2026. One person and a massive cluster of AI agent and $1 billion valuation. The landscape of knowledge work is shifting beneath our feet. By the end of this year, AI agent will likely be building full production grade application over months, handling everything from security to documentation. And for coders, it's time to start running multi-agent sessions. For non-coders, it's time to practice vibe working and mastering your clarity of intent. The future belongs to the orchestrators. And I hope this video helped you update your mental model of where AI is actually. And hit subscribe. Let me know in the comment what kind of personal software you would build if you had a team of agents as at your disposal. Thanks for watching.